because it's the silly, stupid, fascinating, weird, wonderful. They're my people, and more often than not, they're the geeky people as well.
I mentioned Betamax. For anybody older, that's the old version of a video cassette. Video cassette is an old version of a DVD. A DVD is not set in the cloud. Hello, welcome to a new season of Faith and Geekery. My name is Mark, and this is
me.
Hello, me. I suddenly realised that I'm pointing the wrong way.
Hang on.
Yes. Hello, welcome. We are starting a new season of Faith and Geekery, and we're changing things up. We're mixing things up. We're going more professional. Well, no, we're not going more professional. But, we are.
That was optimistic, wasn't it?
We are grasping at straws. Let's see how we go, and let's see if we are ever broadcasting ever again. How have you been, Becca? How's the summer been for you? Get up to much?
Oh, I'm trying to think the summer seems so long ago now. I've been back at work. I went to a cat cafe this summer.
Cool. Is that where you see cats or go dressed as cats?
Oh, damn it, I missed a trick. I should have dressed as a cat. Maybe the experience would have been better. It was very like going to an elderly relative's house where they give you, those sandwiches that you can't quite identify what the contents is, but it's kind of smushy. And it's the last sandwich that's on a shelf in the service station, that sandwich, but slightly dry, and then frozen desserts. That was the food that I spent an inordinate amount of money on. However, the cats were quite friendly.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm not sure I would recommend going there. But I would say I would recommend going to visit that elderly relative. New season of what? Of us talking about soggy sandwiches?
No, it was just new season of Faith and Geekery. Tim's very excited.
Woo!
Yes.
I liked him.
My experience of cat cafes, though, is that the cats are scared of all the people coming in, and they're going, "What are you doing invading our home?"
Yes. Yes. Like the fish tank in Finding Nemo, that absolute terror of the children coming to poke them. That was very like our experience. But we quite enjoyed our air of superiority, where we had about 3 cats gather around us because we just sat there with the attitude of being cat people, where we were slightly indifferent and we didn't really mind whether they came to us. So naturally that meant that they came to us and just kind of hung out and hid from the children.
For a moment there, I thought you meant like your kind of superiority of the cats going, ha, 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 look at my opposable thumbs. But anyway, sorry, I'm already going off on a tangent.
My life would be much happier if I spent my day trying to work out what animals am I superior to.
Oh, dear me. We have gone down so far already, and it's only been a couple of minutes. Part of our kind of show, we tend to kind of go through kind of geeky news and bits and pieces, but we've tried to be organised this year, this season, because we've actually got a list of ideas and things and a programme basically.
Some things to do.
So we're going to come over to geeky news. So let's go over to the studio. Hello, welcome to Geeky News. Tonight's news is all about geekiness. Oh, I went wrong there. Never mind. Help me, Becca. over the summer, lots and lots of stuff has happened, and basically, I thought I better mention Loki because I think that's really exciting. That's coming out on Disney Plus on October the 5th or 6th or something like that. And I don't know about you, Becca, but I've really enjoyed the last season of
Yeah, it
that,
was great.
and so yeah, kind of really excited to see where they go, and if kind of Kang kind of really picks up a momentum, because that's a little bit, it's fallen a bit flat, I think, in some of the films. So next there is Netflix has announced doing a Roald Dahl's The Twits, and I'm excited, but a small part of me is there kind of going, is it because it's already written and they're trying to put something in because the writers are on strike, and is this some sort of like get around of that? And I think I'm a little bit hesitant and a bit concerned for that. So I'm hoping the writers are getting paid. Netflix, hear us out. Learn. But yeah, what do you think to that?
Hang on, what's happened with Netflix and writers?
Oh no, well, it's just the whole writers' strike in America. Yeah, are you aware of that?
This is no.
Okay,
Tell
so
me in on
geeky
Netflix
news,
with Disney news.
geeky news that's been happening all over the summer is that kind of, it's the whole kind of streaming culture and the fact that kind of people aren't getting the royalties of what they deserve when their programs and shows and things are kind of on repeat. It's kind of going into the big, I mean, Netflix isn't the only one, it's lots of these kind of big streaming places and all the production companies really, they're kind of not kind of recognizing the hard work of their writers, and so a lot of people are kind of, well, a lot of people are striking and picketing and saying no, pay people fairly. So that's kind
There
of
you
the
go.
backdrop.
I feel like I've picked up some geeky news.
Oh, here we go. Tim is the one with the
We
SAG
can count
after
on Tim.
the writers' strike. He might be on the show next week, so that'll be good. Yes, and so what else is there? Oh, there we go. A little bit more.
I'm excited about anything Roald Dahl, but I can't. Is that Twitlandia?
Yeah. Well, this is it. That Tim said, I don't remember a twist at land in the novel. That is very true. That is very true. So they have obviously got somebody to rewrite something.
I'm quite liking the character design.
And next, Asaka. I don't know if people have been watching that already. I'm so many episodes in. Is it 4 or 5? And I've just been enjoying it a lot. I assume there's not cats there.
I'll put it on my list of things. No, that is my Alex, who is probably more geeky than I am. So actually, the only reason I ever look vaguely intelligently geeky is because Alex has conditioned me to pay more attention. But that's something that we watch, isn't it? Yes, we got nods for that.
Very good. And so I think that is the end of geeky news. So. And that was meant to be the video that I played at the beginning.
How slick and smooth we are.
Oh, yeah. The problem is I moved to the other camera and realised I didn't have a screen set up properly. So I still had to look here to interact. So that completely utterly failed. But folks, please be in touch.
It's only uphill from here. Downhill. It's only going to get better.
Folks, please be in touch about what you've been up to over the summer, what geekiness things that you've been into. A little bit later on, we're going to talk about the Discord kind of channel and community, where I kind of lift all the pictures, what we'll see a little bit later. We'd also normally have a guest at this point, and I thought we were going to have a guest, but they've not turned up. So maybe another time, but I won't embarrass you. And so, but yeah, so our way of doing things has changed a bit. Rather than trying to thrust a theme upon you each week, we thought we'd invite guests.
A good word.
Thrust a theme on you and kind of going, oh, not sure if I like that. We're going to invite guests on, and so this is your opportunity to get involved with our Discord channel and join the kind of guest segment bit, and so therefore you'll be invited on to take part, to join this craziness,
thriving community of awesomeness.
Yes, say that again.
A thriving community of awesomeness.
Brilliant. That sounds good. So this will be the moment to kind of come on. So I'm already getting kind of heckled about Baldur's Gate 3. I was going to mention it, and I thought, well, I didn't know if it was just a bit too kind of obvious to have mentioned because it's already kind of hit. But obviously, some people haven't heard about the writer's strikes either.
I think we need to nominate Tim as our official news gatherer, our geeky journalist, and give him an actual job.
So Brandon has said I started to play it, and then Starfield came out, and I haven't went back. Yeah, Starfield, is that on the Xbox? Because I was excited by Starfield, but I haven't got a console that plays it yet, nor the money or the funds. But I will eventually. Sorry, computer games has been going well, and Starfield is on Xbox, PC, and PS5. I have none of those. I have PlayStation 4, iPad, and Mac. Yes. So that's pretty cool as well. Actually, Baldur's Gate 3, which is kind of like the kind of D&D video game. Is that fair to say? Oh, don't hurt me. If that doesn't kind of summarize that. So that's kind of geeky news. I think that's finished with that, and then we're going to come on to another new segment. I'll say the geeky news has always been in, hasn't it? So we're going to come to the quiz, and so the quiz would normally be for our guests as well as our other co-hosts. So this week I'm going to kind of introduce a
You're
quiz.
going to quiz me on my own.
Well, no, I think we're going to ask the questions and then have a little bit of chat, and then give people kind of opportunity to see to think about it, and then I'll give the answers, and then we'll see how many points that we've kind of got for those in the feed, for those kind of otherwise, and. Is that all right?
I always need phone a friend. Right. Are you ready? Are you watching? Are you ready for a geeky
you've got
quiz?
help. You've got inside help.
I've got help. Yeah, I've got what is the equivalent of ask the person next to you on a sofa, phone a friend. Don't quiz me more.
Sorry, Tim's put, Becca, do you need to phone a friend? Yeah, I like the idea of quizzing her more. So here we go. Another little videotape. There you go.
That was so nice.
I quite like the music.
Strangely delicious.
Yes.
Like Charlie and the Chocolate
courtesy of GarageBand. So, question number one. Question number one, and this is specifically for today, which is the 19th of September. What famous day is it today? So, what famous day is it today? This is an international day. Or is it national day? Yeah, it's one of those kind of...
Are we waiting for the first person to actually have the answer?
No. I was just kind of running it through a couple of times to kind of go it.
Today?
So and then I'm going to move. Don't give any. Don't shout any answers out. Okay. Second question.
Yeah.
Oh, people are already kind of putting on here. Don't give any. Yeah, international. Thank you.
Don't give answers. So what do you want us to do? Don't give answers.
Don't share the answers on the feed or otherwise, or blurt it out loud, especially those in front of the camera. But try and either write it down, think about it. Question number 2, yes, it is what British TV series returns for a new series next Tuesday? And again, for those people kind of watching later on, that's the 26th of September. That's a week today. Which would have made sense if this was...
British TV series?
Yes.
Presumably we're talking within the geeky verse of things that we might be interested in.
Well, this is it. I think these quiz questions are there to expand our concept of what geekiness is.
Of geekiness.
Yeah, so I think people get very geeky about this TV series. Shall I move on?
Oh. Yeah, go on then.
So, question number 3 is which of these isn't, I'll repeat that, which of these isn't a crochet stitch? I tripped up over the word crochet there. This is going to bode well. Which of these isn't a crochet
You
stitch?
put the wrong emphasis
Yes.
on the wrong syllable.
Yes. So which one isn't? Is it a chain stitch, a half treble stitch, or a Kitchener stitch? So I'll repeat those again. Which of these isn't a crochet stitch, a chain stitch, half treble stitch, or a Kitchener stitch? I'm trying to think about how I could change the emphasis on all of these, but I better not. So, which of these isn't a crochet?
We saw that in Albania, Mark.
A chain stitch, half treble stitch, and kitchen stitch.
Oh, so good.
So, question number 4. Yeah, we're still going, folks. We're still going. There's 5 questions in total. Question number 4. Silky, Leghorn, Rhode Island Red are all types of what? Silky, Leghorn, Rhode Island Red are all types of what? I think that was my pronunciations of or my intonations. And then finally, Nathan Fillion has appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and is set to play Guy Gardner, the Green Lantern in the DC universe, because he also did a voiceover for it. But which sci-fi TV series originally made him sci-fi TV gold?
Royalty.
Yeah.
I think I know the answer to that.
By the way, I can actually show you a picture of him if that helps.
No, that's no.
What? Why?
I actually knew a name without a face, and now you've just ruined it.
I'm sorry.
I ruined everything.
I thought you were about to go there.
No names without faces. I was like, that's actually my automatic geekiness. In fact, if I think I'm about to make a new friend, I do ask them how they feel about that particular TV show, and if they still gently cry themselves to sleep because it ended. And if they say,
don't
yes,
give too much away. Don't give too much away. But I thought it was a bit.
I don't think that. No, there's plenty of science fiction TV series that have ended.
I think Brandon is kind of commenting lots on this, so I think we might Oh, that was very loud. That was very loud, Becca.
Sorry, am I moving? Sorry, everybody.
I can see Alex as well. Hello.
Sorry, Alex. Now you're on international television.
And the 5 people watching.
6 people watching. Look.
6. Oh yes.
It went up, and Alex increased our viewing figures immediately. We lowered the age range.
I'm not even going to pretend to be cool with the youth. So let's move on.
Damn it, the youth.
So, have we given enough people enough time to answer those and kind of go through them?
I've actually got an answer for all but the first one.
Cool. So, what famous day is it today?
That was the one I didn't have an answer for.
It is the International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Yar.
Ah!
So that's the first answer. Question number 2. What British TV series returns next Tuesday?
Is it Bake Off?
It is the Great British Bake Off. Yay! Well done.
That is totally worth being geeky about.
Well, this is it. Do you know what I mean? I was trying to... Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, no, I get where you're going with that now.
Which of these isn't a crochet stitch? I had to ask Becky for this, actually.
I'm going with half treble, because how can you half something that is 3?
I'm afraid that is incorrect.
Oh, boo.
Oh,
good gracious. 6 the bakers. Hang on. I've lost my mouse.
Brandon would have said Doctor Who. Yeah, Doctor Who is going to be in November, I think. But I'm looking forward to a date to kind of announce, because that would be really
Is
fun.
that when that comes? Is it like the Christmas special? So will we get one, or is that the beginning of a new series?
I think we'll
in
get
November?
a 60th special.
A
So it might be
special
feature
60th.
length. It might be, well, no, in fact, there's 4 parts, aren't there? So there won't be. I suspect there might be kind of a little bit longer than a normal episode, but there are 4. It will be the beginning of the 4 specials, I think, which have been advertised. Or is it 3 specials?
Okay.
Anyway, there will be a few specials, and then next year is when the series begins. So we're likely to have David Tennant for kind of some of those, all of those. Not sure exactly how that'll work. And then Ncuti will kind of come in for the proper series. So, but again, don't know how it's going to go together. But still looking forward to Neil Patrick Harris as possibly. Spoilers. It could possibly be the Celestial Toymaker, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we're halfway through questions, or more than halfway through questions. No, halfway through questions, because I haven't given you an answer yet. So the real answer is Kitchener stitch, which is actually a knitting stitch. The other 2 are crochet stitches.
Always up for a Doctor Who tangent.
Yeah, well, you'll get me talking off on a tangent, anything. So, question number 4. Silky Leghorn Rhode Island Reds. Do you need to phone a friend at any point, by the way?
Chicken.
Yeah, chicken. Yes, absolutely. I thought I was, hopefully, but and again, something that you could be geeky about, and mainly because I've got 2 silkies in the back garden.
Well, I would like to be geeky about chickens, but I've always been told I can't have chickens, partly because they attract rats. So instead, I got pet rats.
That was a chicken attracting a rat.
It was. I'm sorry, that was a flirtatious chicken.
Yes.
We don't even have a banner for that.
Right, so finally, Nathan Fillion, who we cannot remember what he looks like.
We've got another piece of geeky news there. I think that's geeky.
And it's got the original cast as well, so that'd be really cool.
Nice. See, Tim and Anne, you are now promoted to official news gatherer.
If you like it or not. Question number 5. Nathan Fillion has appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and 3. I didn't realise that. Yeah, the answer is Firefly. So the question is, would people at home have got it if I didn't show the photo? Trailer came out last week. Oh, of Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. Yeah.
Dawn the Chicken Nugget.
So that here endeth the quiz. I hope that was okay, and a little bit of a broadening of kind of how our idea of kind of geekiness can be interpreted.
Shiny, yeah, I probably do have a shiny shindig dress.
I don't understand where that's. Is that part of the
shiny dress? It is
part of the Chicken Run.
No, it's Firefly.
Oh, sorry. I did see. I did watch it on Disney Plus, and I watched the original film. Well, sorry, I watched the film that was obviously after the series. But yeah, it was sad that it kind of was only for one series.
Now that brings up something, because I did have an automatic, geeky, judgmental moment of why do you not know about shiny shindig dresses? Now, if we're talking about, he was actually in Buffy first. If you're so busy, Mark, he's watched Firefly.
I did watch it.
There we go.
But I just can't remember everything from him. So I've also watched Red Dwarf recently as well. But
the whole point of what we're trying to gather here in the kind of geeky verse that is Faith and Geekery is that idea of belonging, and anybody's a geek. You can geek out on your chicken names or your cross stitch stitches or your Firefly knowledge, but if my reaction as someone who is probably unnaturally passionate about Firefly, is to exclude someone because they don't have the same age of you should hang your head in shame. Then no,
what point are you trying to get onto here?
this is actually my point, is that what does it look like to own the kind of the badge of geekiness and gently polish it in the dark hours of the night, without othering people who might not be geeky about the same thing. Because for me it's that sense of passion and excitement about things that are not my work life. So yeah, it's just kind of noticing if this is community, if this is about exploring a sense of belonging, then I need to check that instant judgment that I might have that someone's not geeky about the same thing as me, but to recognize almost siblingship in someone who is geeky, even if it is Magic the Gathering or a particular Star Trek series that isn't my favorite, if that makes sense. It's just identifying who do we want to be if this is us growing and moving forward as geeky people in our faithry, and that's where my faith would come in. How do I let that shape me into belonging and drawing in, rather than condemning you because you didn't recognize a particular phrase from a cult science fiction following.
I think it is kind of the basis of Faith and Geekery, is that finding that kind of that place to belong and kind of share these kind of passions, and kind of, even if we don't get the same passions, then we can see the passionateness and want to be able to stir that and encourage that and kind of kind of gather and bridge across those kind of differences. But yeah, no, genuinely, by the way, I did watch the film a long time ago, and I watched Firefly.
See, now we've made you defensive.
I know. I watched it on Disney Plus. But it was interesting watching something kind of that some of the themes of kind of, I don't want to say dated, but you can kind of you can see the difference of maybe where TV is now. And it's likewise watching Friends, kind of revisiting. We watched that during COVID, and you're kind of going, "Wow, I think we've moved on to this." And
it's misogynistic, it's homophobic, it's there we go. It is for context. Thanks, Tim and Anne, for keeping us in context.
Yes. I'm now trying to remember which one Katie is. Is she the engineer? Where she kind of sees the dress that she wants, and
she's the engineer, and she says shiny a lot.
Yeah, he gets it for her, doesn't he? And on the, well, I was about to say the Wild West world. I mean, a lot of them were Wild West world. That kind of thing. Yes, let's move on. So we would normally kind of have a guest at this point and to talk about kind of their kind of geekiness, but we haven't got that tonight. But it is an encouragement for you to get involved, to be part of our community. We are on Discord. I've got to share an apology though, because I think the initial drive I had WhatsApp messages, the WhatsApp group, and no one joined it. And then I just looked back over the summer and saw that kind of 5 people had joined it and then left. Because I'd given up on it. Because I can't guarantee when people are going to watch the episodes.
Oh, I see.
Kind of people have been. So apologies for that. And we've also had one person kind of join on Discord who I had to kind of shove, because he was trying to sell me opportunities to have 100 new followers, and it was getting a little bit grumpy with me because I wasn't interested. It's just like, what? Anyway, so none of these systems are perfect, but yeah, if you've got a smartphone, or you can log online, I think on a web page, web browser to Discord and join us. And the information should be in the description of where you're watching from, on YouTube blurb or Facebook bit, and so be part of the community there, where you get to share stuff. Well done, Tim. Jesus only needed 12 followers. Let's drop that off the screen. So yes, and so can take part in the community where we kind of share stuff for the Geeks Gallery, and there is a cut-off, by the way, for a Geeks Gallery, because it basically requires me to go through, save the photos, put them onto a slideshow, and then to play. So if you're going to try and put stuff on now, then it's going to have to wait till next week. So yeah, so there's a bit of community there where we can chat about stuff and tell each other about the series and what sort of series that we should be kind of watching or want to encourage others to watch if that's their thing. And yeah, just kind of generally to chat about it. Yeah, and I think, but then also if you're interested in becoming a guest, then be part of that there, or if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, I've got another little group there as well. But just be in touch, let us know. All you need is a webcam, some headphones so we don't get weird distortion sound feedback, and a stable internet. Yeah, stable internet. I don't know why I was going with it. A stable internet.
A stable. You wanted to make it into a little nativity song?
No, I was just going down a stable internet something wire
connection.
Yes, that's good. That's the one. So yeah, so that's all it requires really, and just come on with a couple of passions, or up to a couple of passions, depending on how many folks we'll have with us, and just be willing to share and be part of the community, if that's your thing. And again, the encouragement here is that, you know, it could be something really kind of that everyone's a geek about, or it's the one thing that you go, actually, no one's talked about this being a geek about. Yeah, it's just try to be creative and open about your geekiness, and we'll try and come on a journey with you about it, and we'll try and embrace you.
Yeah, with that, I mean, that's why we host, isn't it? Is we're not specifically geeky about anything in particular. We're fairly generally geeky, and what's exciting is other people's passion for the thing they're interested about. There's something about when people really get into a topic and can talk about it and get excited. That's who we want to come and talk to us and share their a little bit. We're going to talk about Doctor Who. It's coming.
And I think what we will also do is have special themed episodes as well. So for when there is the Doctor Who 60th, I think that would be good to do. And I'm still trying to work out whether we want to be able to watch the 60th and then geek about it. Pardon?
Can we do both?
Yes, so.
Can we have double Doctor Who? The anticipation beforehand,
and see our predictions.
Yeah. We could probably have a section the week before, and then have and
then just a bit of a gawk at David Tennant, just like
live video.
No, because I need to be quiet, and it needs to be quiet all around, and I need to just focus.
There is that segment. How do you watch your Doctor Who?
Well, for the 50th, I went to my friend, shout out to David, by the way, and Helen. We went to their house, and they had a new like 3D TV, and basically there was rules, but I was all up for it. It's like no talking, no, just like we are here for Doctor Who, and we were over there for it.
I get told off if I talk too much, if I get too excited.
I think the thing for me though was I gasped at moments for the 50th, and I was like, oh no, am I going to get kicked out? but they were fine. Everyone else gasped too. So yeah, no, there will be still themed kind of episodes, I think, but I think we'll just be a bit more kind of we'll mention those in advance and otherwise. And I think there might be a Tolkien one as well, because I think that was a kind of wanted, and just be in touch, and we can kind of get about it. But I think the thing is, as hosts and otherwise, it was very hard to kind of shoehorn something that other people are geeky about, that they wanted to talk about, without anybody really geeky about it. And so I'm like busy, I can't
talk about board games excitedly when I do kind of have to be forced to sit down to play a whole board game, if I'm honest.
Fair enough. So yeah, so long and short, that we're gonna do kind of guests with things, and that's your invitation to kind of get involved, to come along,
Come and hang out with us.
And maybe have a Christmas special. Oh, so we both clicked that at the same
We
time.
did both click that.
Maybe have a Christmas special. That would be very cool as well.
I think a Doctor Who Christmas special. Wait,
No, just or is it just of all Christmas specials? Or Christmas specials.
That would be quite. I could get on board with geeking out on the Christmas specials of TV shows.
Yeah, definitely.
What is the best Christmas special that you've ever seen?
Oh, and that's our poll tonight, folks.
Yeah, let's kick that off. Best Christmas special you've ever seen.
I will also mention, because that sounds really cool to have a poll, but my concern now is about the whole, because what we haven't covered over Geeky News is about social media platforms and about the social media platform Twitter, or sorry, X, formerly known as Twitter, and how that has kind of exploded or is continuing to explode. And kind of even today, Elon Musk was talking about having a small subscription service, because I think we've relied on Twitter for a lot over the years in regards to polls and bits and pieces like that. But now it's not as trustworthy, it's not as hardy, and it's not as reliable anymore, and therefore it's
You talk, I click.
Yes, okay. I'll just sit here. It's really kind of I'm just needing to work about social media presence for Faith and Geekery, but also it's a bit of a challenge for all of us, really, about thinking, well, what platform do we hold to? Where do we share stuff? Where we try and get as many kind of geeks along as well. It's never fully.
It's the interactive. I mean, as much as it is delightful for me and Mark to sit and fill an hour chatting to each other, and believe me, we really could on a weekly basis. This is about community. This is about reaching out. It's making connections. So whatever way we can interact and get people's voices into it, our banter is also always phenomenal. Threads might be the best place in terms of public space. And this is why we need Discord, is that actually this conversation will be ongoing and will continue to roll. We need a place, excuse me, to gather thoughts and kind of capture the feel, so that we can then go on to do interesting stuff. But I am always willing to take Tim and Anne advice, really.
I was going to say, the other thing is that I used to whilst when we run the credits, a little secret, by the way, the reason why I had we have the trailer, the credits at the beginning, the intro, is basically just so that whilst it goes live, I can share it to various places. And I would normally, I've got a little Stream Deck where I press a little button and it would automatically send like a little tweet to Twitter to tell you it's gone live. But I haven't got that set up for Threads because there isn't the system behind it working yet. So I would like to. So I have joined Threads for. I know. Thank you, Tim. I just haven't got any friends on it at the moment because no one else has got an invitation. So I'm friends with you and about 3 other people. And so Blue Sky's got the potential, but it hasn't got the broad kind of community yet. But Threads is kind of that public space. It's just kind of bolted onto Instagram, so therefore you need an Instagram account, and so that's kind of a little bit. But this
is something that we can explore as the community in Discord, isn't it? Of what works for you. Where are you willing to try and explore new things and see what works? So that we can do polls and we can do kind of live interaction.
Yeah, because I've also got the so we broadcast on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Facebook tends to get the most kind of views. YouTube, hardly any. Twitch, I think fleeting visits, and occasionally Tim. Yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, I think it's just one of these journeys that we're on, really, and we'll just see how we go. But again, for me, it's what we need is that ease to be able to share, and especially when it goes live, and that's where kind of Facebook does it very easily. Yes, Twitch does have the polling functions, but it would require people to be viewing on that, and so we maybe just need another way of working, exploring, because there are things like Slido and bits and pieces like that as well. There could be apps where you could
Can we put
of
Slido on? Can we share screen?
yeah, so that might be
So we
something to explore.
we could do that. Is that, you know, if you're committed to just playing games with us, then we have a Slido screen up and you download it on your phone. That could be fun. That could be fun for the quiz section. Ooh.
Would people have to kind of do multiple choice though?
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll talk about this off screen rather than just getting in front of everybody. But looks like the Jackbox archive. Is that another Firefly reference? Don't know what Jackbox is.
I don't know. Quick, Tim, explain yourself.
You need to be on the camera. So
next week.
Yes, we'll look into this. That'll be good. Should we move on to our Geeks Gallery now?
Oh, yes. I think I even made a little submission this week.
Yes, you did indeed. Oh, Jackbox are a load of games that can be used over streams. Oh, yeah. As if I knew. I had no idea.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, yes, of course. No idea. So we are going to come up to Geeks Gallery. And so...
oh, look at that. That's snazzy, isn't it?
Nice PowerPoint background.
That's a lovely PowerPoint background.
You'll notice that a lot of my kind of branding stuff is just nice PowerPoint backgrounds just used. First of all, at the very beginning, this is from Tim's, that he shared, which is a cool little badge of some sort, I think. But it's a whole moth, so kind of Mothman. It's pretty cool. And then Graham,
look at this.
Simon, and I love the fact it's
sterling work.
Oh, sorry, pin badge. Tim, the other one was the pin badge. Simon and Graham at a convention, Comic Con, with a Klingon Grogu, by the looks of it, which is interesting.
So doggy. That is. If I was going to go to a Comic Con, what those women are wearing. That's my ambition. One day I'm going as a Klingon warrior woman.
With a lightsaber, though? Or are they... Oh, no,
yes,
they maybe not. Are they
with
lightsabers, or is there some sort of Klingon...
I'm quite happy to merge my Star Wars, Star Trek.
Klingu or Grogon. Oh, yeah. I like it. By the way, I've not been able to take all the pictures because we've been off over the summer. There was loads, and so that was the highlight of those videos. Yes. Now, is it? Tom? No, who's Mendip?
Yeah, that's Tom.
Tom. So that's cool. It's kind of Tom has been doing painting on and off. I mean, there was a Methodist conference in Leeds in 2020.
I think that could be the all weekend engagement activity for next year.
Well, I tell you what, part of 3 Generate, which is a Methodist kind of gathering, I had spoken to Tim about the possibility of getting dressed as a Mandalorian or a Methodist Mandalorian and talking about the way, as in the Methodist way of life.
Nice.
And so I have actually started printing a Mandalorian helmet. So maybe by conference 2024. Anyway, very geeky Methodism there. So then moving on, Luke has done like a cool night. I can't remember if that was at an evening or not. Faith and Geekery breakout at Leeds. Oh, that sounds good. Absolutely.
Someone just said to me that they would attend 3 Generate if there was a Mandalorian walking around.
Well, I'm
Just be
afraid
a
this
evangelical outreach.
3 Generate, I'm doing augmented reality for 3 Generate, and that's got 12 scenes around 3 Generate, which,
Nice.
and just between us, I've also got hidden within the scenes, I've got a treasure hunt. So that if you come to the tech hub, if you're you're young enough to come to 3 Generate, and if you've got a smart device that works with Adobe Aero, then basically there is a treasure hunt going on using the augmented scenes around 3 Generate.
What is Adobe Aero? And how do
It's
I
an
get
augmented
it up on my phone?
reality, so it allows you. If I've shown you the little videos of the little Wesley and things
Yeah,
like
I've seen your little
that.
dancing Wesley.
Sometimes though, if your phone's new enough, then you don't even need the Aero app. But it is very cool. Anyway, we've gone off on a Methodist tangent there. More things, Becca. This is one from you from the summer with Blender, which again,
no, there's my little Blender house.
yeah, I couldn't play the video on it, but this is a little still of it. So really well done, because I would like to get into Blender. I'm just not there yet with it. I can only.
It's that. I mean, the wall itself is very plain, but that coving, that was like, I got that coving. I was really proud of myself.
That's very cool.
So next stage is then. So I've unwrapped the mesh so that it'll sit flat on a flat image, but it's the baking in the shadows so that it gives that 3D, and then importing it. So that's my next step. But I have a geeking injury.
Oh right. Oh yes.
Oh, there's my Alex. I have an injury from all of my Blender and Second Life activity. What, Blender? Yeah, and it's free as well. It's really
it's a good standard.
It's got a really steep learning curve. A lot of people use it. It's really steep. Like it's almost vertical. It's so steep.
That's why I've been using Tinkercad in a
very
very basic way. But oh yeah, I would like to get
I think it's worth it. There's lots of YouTube tutorials on basic usage.
Well, depending on how it.
More than a steep hill, like the side of a tower.
Yeah, it is hard to get into, but if these other projects go well, then it's going to give me the encouragement. I've been showing some of because I've got a Christmas project as well for our district, and suddenly everyone's going, "Oh, if you do that, you could do an Easter one. You could do this one." And I was like, "Yes, I could," and that's the intention. But I need to get the hang of 3D Blender at the moment. Yeah, oh absolutely. All of this
and
is
then recovery. I'm broken as a result.
So Blender may be a subject at some point, but oh man, it doesn't help your stress. Let's move on. And Specky Geek David kind of created this kind of thing, and he was concerned about whether he was going to put too much paint on it, I think, but I think that looks pretty cool. It's looks like stone almost, that kind of that really ancient. And in my mind, I'm sure it is like a Warhammer thing. Yeah, but in my head, I'd still default to 1980 RoboCop Ed 209 on that. Oh, we've gone on a tangent about Blender now in 3D. I mean, that was the alternative title for this, just tangent.
Tangent, yeah. Tangent there.
Tom there created an IKEA cabinet for Lego things. I've got to say this is very coul because I like the horntail dragon there, Hedwig, the reprise of the 1986, is it 85 Starship?
With the
so my older brother had the original one. That's a remake of it because it's got the big rocket boosters, and I can't quite see what the black one is, because that looks as if it's the a little bit later spaceship things, and then that's the 100 Acre Wood, and the Friends scene, and the Bond Aston Martin Aston Martin. Oh, I've gone mad. Yeah.
Never apologise for a geeky moment, Brandon.
Was that in regards to the
Or a tangent? That was him making appreciative sounds for Mad Cat.
Oh yeah. The little boxes. Yeah. That's very cool.
There we go, Tom. We're fully analysing how very geeky that display is.
It's very good. Oh, and of course, the stuff on top as well, which is the is that?
It's a tree house.
Like an
It's
Ewok
just a
tree house, but I'm sure it's not. Is it? Is it just a tree house?
I think it's just a Lego tree house.
Yeah.
We could have a whole section on geeky storage solutions.
Oh,
I would enjoy that
have
very
you been speaking
much.
to Becky? Because Becky's all about the product and using kind of the right product for the for the solutions.
Quite
I have
right
got two really useful boxes down here which need to be packed tonight because it's taken up too much of the room. Other products are available. And
is that from Home Edit? Oh, look at that! That's a fine crispy cake.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I wonder who made this one.
Oh, I made that. Yes, I did. And
really
very
cool.
shortly after that photo, something terrible happened to Patrick that we shall never talk about ever again. It was violated.
Oh, that's a shame.
Poor Patrick.
It looks very cool though. It looks very, very cool. And is it a biscuit crumb? Is it as a sand?
It is a combination of
Sand.
sand. No, it's what was it? Custard cream, rich tea, and then a little bit of golden brown sugar, light brown sugar, and that makes the perfect sand texture.
Very cool. Does look very good. And may you rest in peace.
Sorry, Patrick.
Coming quite close now. I couldn't work out this whether this was Lego or not.
No, it was a kit, I think.
Oh, was it?
I don't think it was Lego.
Cool.
It was completed that day, though. Arrived in the morning. Oh, it is Lego. I stand corrected. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, that's me. Yeah, no, that's very cool. And then I can't remember how many more. I pretty should have remembered how many slides we have. Becca Geek again, David with car, and I think his son also did Minecraft house as well. Oh, and that's it. And that's the end of the Lego. Yeah. My son loves Minecraft Lego stuff as well, and it's really good. And again, that's interesting how Minecraft has jumped across to Lego. Very successfully.
It makes so much sense, doesn't it?
Something even.
I mean, that's something else we could do if we had the ability to share live photos. We could set tasks of Lego building within the space of a certain amount of time based on whatever theme our guest has brought in. I would enjoy a bit of Lego challenge.
Now, I think the thing is that when I've done the Lego one before, I think it was very boring for people watching me recreate Lego stuff. So I think as long as...
Well, no, we wouldn't do it on camera. You would have the theme of the day or whatever we're particularly focusing on. And by the end, say this section right now. Show us what you've produced while you've been engaging and chatting. I think that would be a bit of task methodist. Absolutely.
It's somebody has put something on there. Yeah, I mean, technically, I could kind of share up my my screen instead of me. I could bring up Discord, but then my ponder is about kind of people's comments and the actual to bring up the full screen. So as long as people didn't mind seeing the text as well,
we'll have a play. We'll keep playing, see what works.
That being said, I got water in my phone, which isn't ideal. But
that doesn't work.
It's working fine, but every time I charge it, plug a phone thing to charge it, it goes, "There's water in the connection. Do you want to continue?" And it's like, yes. Because I want to charge my phone. Of course. So anyway, yes. So I'm now actually going to just try doing this now. This is a massive bang. You know what's gone on.
Live on air, Mark manages to explode half of his face off. And then the next episode, we will talk about the geekiness of botched.
Okay, so I think we can bring this up actually. Let's
Thanks
do
for
this.
giggling.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. Oh, why is that?
It's because it's can I do that?
Yeah, there we go. That's what
Can you
are
still
we
hear me
looking
all right?
at? Yeah.
This is Tim's offering. Oh, yeah, Tim's offering. And so I can bring up live photos. It just so happened I have the right lead next to me. But yes.
I don't know what they are. Are they little people?
Becca's
Who
mind.
are they?
Blown
Geek
Gallery One Piece models.
There you go.
For the
Splendid.
first pre-recording session for a streamed Pathfinder game. Cool. So are these your characters then from it's from One Piece? Oh, okay, yeah, an anime.
Excellent. There we go.
I thought you were just sort of saying it's One Piece.
It's One Piece. It's One Piece.
It's
Classic.
not lots
Mark.
of pieces. It's one
just
piece.
One.
Oh dear. I'll go and stand in the corner.
Like Blair Witch.
Oh no. Okay. So I think we've talked broadly about stuff, and we've kind of tried to encourage people to come along and join that part of our community, and we've covered the show and tell stuff, the topic stuff, and I think that's pretty much everything. Is there anything to finish off on, Becca, before we kind of call it a night? Is there anything that you want to share, or otherwise? Have we got?
Have we got any deep, meaningful spiritual reflections?
Yeah.
On
So, folks, this is what we're going to challenge ourselves with. That whatever we've talked about, we were maybe going to have like I wanted to say a He-Man moment, or like a Jerry Springer kind of like little
a house moment.
Yes. But it turns out we are still to think of one. But I think what we've said about earlier is about that we want to provide a place where all are welcome about your geekiness, and because I think community is important, and it's good to feel, to gather, to share, and to just be, and to build each other up.
Yeah, it feels a bit like coming home after the summer, actually, to have the interaction that we've got with people chatting in chat, to kind of have that the homemaking moment of what are we doing, why does this matter, it's that invitation and that belonging again, and I think if anything, that's what the good news should feel like, is that sense of welcome, inclusion and belonging. So yeah, there you go.
On that, I was about to say on that bombshell, because that's a very Top Gear reference. Blimey! On that moment, I will take a moment to pause, reflect, recommit, and go forth.
Yeah. Oh, like the beginning of Fellowship of the Ring. It's that kind of, we're in, what's it called, Rivendell. Before we go out, we're just reaffirming our commitment to the fellowship.
You could have my axe. Or not.
Did you finish your picture?
Yeah.
Well,
there's been a live drawing of you, Mark, during this. During this, it's going to go in Discord. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
Do we share it now, or do we want to?
If you put it in, can you put it in Discord? It'll be in Discord. I think this should be temptation for those of you watching who have not joined Discord, and you now want to see the live portrait of Mark. Come and join us, and then you can see it.
And I think on that note, I think it's going to.
There's the note.
Yeah, we're going to say good night, farewell. I hope you can geek safe and yeah, as I
Geek safe and prosper.
geek safe and prosper. Bye bye.